Hey, it's Steve. Today we're going to run through an operating session on the small, portable, and scale switching layout. All right, so I've got 3 cameras set up here, a couple microphones, so hopefully this will go pretty well. So I'm going to start out by kind of going over the idea of how I typically do the operating sessions on here. So when I do these operating sessions, I typically use a picture card system, deal things out, like playing cards, and kind of go from there. So the way I have everything set up is that every car spot has a card, either a blank card representing an empty car spot, or there's a picture card the same as the actual piece of rolling stock that's at that car location, or at that loading location. And then the cars that are on the train here, I have those 3 picture cards here as well. And so I have all the cards here that represent the cars at existing car spots. And then I have the blank cards representing the open car spot locations, and the 3 cards representing the cars that are on the incoming train. So I have the blank cards and the incoming cards here kind of shuffled up, and that will be one deck. And then I have the cards that are on the layout right now at existing loading spots. So I'm going to do this operating session where I spot 3 pieces of rolling stock coming in, and I pull 3 that are at existing car spots and take those off and put them on the interchange track, or whatever you want to call it, up here. So first I will just pick these first 3 cars, and so these are the ones that are coming off the layout, and so the ones that are staying I will put where they are currently at, and then these 3 I'm going to put aside here on this end over here to represent the cars that have to come off. And then the remaining ones I'm going to deal out at all the available car spots. So there's 3 here, 1 here, 1 there, and 2 here. And so I will just deal them out as they are in order. And so some will be blank and some will be an actual car. So that one stays blank. Burlington Northern car is going to go there. So I have everything now situated, and so I know that this one has to come off, and both of these here have to come off, and then I have to bring these 3 on. So I'll have to figure out first here where I want to bring everything. And I think probably the easiest thing to do is going to be to pull these 2 cars first, put them on the interchange, and then I can just leave these cars here for now, and then I can kind of swap things around. There we go. So I'll grab these 2, put them on the interchange, and then come back and grab this one here. I'm getting little cutouts here and there on the sound, and I haven't cleaned the track really, so I'll need to look into that and see what other issues are causing that to occur. And yes, I have little foam things here protecting the handrails just so I don't damage them for now. Whoops. Help if I throw the switch correctly. Go ahead and pull that car there. And I do have most of these cars overweighted with some extra weights in them. And that does help the coupling work a little bit better, because sometimes you kind of just push the cars along without the couplers engaging if they're just too lightweight. Not so much a problem in bigger scales, but definitely an issue in N scale. I'm gonna pick up this car here, leave it here, run around it, and spot. Actually, I have two cars to spot there. There for now. Not sure why that one got decoupled. We'll cheat, it's fine. I'll leave this car here for now. That one has to go back over here. Then I can sort these cars and put them in the correct order here. do have to make sure all the turnouts are thrown in the correct orientation. That does help. There we go. This turnout here was only half thrown. It was not quite in the right spots. Now I can come back, pick up this car, spot both of them, spot this car, grab that one, put it over here, and we're pretty much good to go. I did want to note that I don't really operate N-scale switching layouts super prototypically, at least most of the time, but if you really are interested in learning more about how to operate a layout more prototypically, I do have a link below in the description to this great book by Lance Mindheim that goes over how to operate a modern switching layout, and there's a lot of really great tips in here on how you can make your operating session a lot more prototypical. And it also tends to help make a simple operating session a little bit longer. You can add a lot more sort of jobs to do and make it more interesting. If you're interested in learning more, check out that book below. Also, the book by Lance Mindheim on how to build a switching layout is a great book. It's one of my favorite model railroad books of all time. And so if you haven't seen it, I do recommend checking that out as well. Let's go ahead and grab this one and pull it over as I'm spotting this other car. And while I do have all the car cards sitting here on top of the temporary structures and actual structures, I am going to actually be building some racks here on this top cover, and that will allow me to just to have all of them up here, and I'll actually put on a diagram showing the industries and the track arrangement and everything, and then I can just put the car cards up here on the top, and they will be on the actual scenery like we are right now. This one right here. This little metal uncoupling tool sometimes does stick in the couplers, and then that can cause the car to get pulled off the track when I'm trying to pull it out of the coupler. usually it works pretty well. You can use a barbecue skewer, you know, any kind of small thing like that as well. I do have some magnetic uncouplers, but they just don't work as reliably, partly just because the little trip pins are easily bent, you know, the wrong way and that kind of thing on the couplers, and that keeps them from working as they're supposed to. I just gotta run all the way around, set the turnout directions, and we're good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the switching operations on this small portable layout. It's a lot of fun to operate. Pretty soon I'm going to be working on a lot of the scenery and the additional structures on this layout, so hopefully in a few weeks I'll have a good update video here for you to see everything in a much more complete looking state with more of the structures and a lot of the scenery done. So be sure to watch for that coming up early next year. Anyway, that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.